Big song from Crossfire. It's called Crank It. Now, I'm not sure whether he's done this on purpose because he feels that I would like some time on my own, or whether he's just running late. But we're going to find out soon because he's left me alone with this this very special young lady. Alison Hinds, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
That's a very posh voice you're putting on there. How are you?
How are you?
I'm all the better for seeing you. You already know that I'm nervous, all right? My palms are sweaty. I'm going to let everybody into a little secret. I've got a lot of love for Alison Hinds, and one birthday party, I embarrassed myself so badly. I got so drunk, and Alison arrived at this party, and I played the fool. So every time I'm in Alison's company now, I have to behave myself. Ali, the general's late. I don't know where he is, but we're going to crack on now, okay?
Yes, I know. Listen, that boy, he's always late.
When he reaches, we can deal with him.
Yes.
What I want to do is I want to go back to an era when I first heard your voice. I had been on Choice for maybe 5 years, and I remember receiving this album. And the front of the album showed a young lady with very short hair. I think you had China bumps at the time.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of songs on the album when I played them, I said, that voice is just so powerful. So I'm going to go back to that era and play one of the songs from Square One.
We having a party. Yes. It's on everybody. Here we go. If you're feeling fine, push back your behind and fall in the line. Come, everybody, wine. All the girls them wine back on the man can push it back, wine back. With the man can push it back, wine back on the man can push it back. I said wine back, with the man can push it back, wine back on the man can push it back, wine back, with the man can push it back. I said wine back on the man can push it back, I said wine back. Turn the road. Wine. Show me emotion. Run. Wine.
Now, normally, I would have a problem with cutting the record, but today time is precious, all right? So, we're going to touch and roll. Normally, I'd have to play a couple more verses of this song, but Alison Hinds is with me. Ali, let's talk about the show, because I'd like to do that throughout the course of the interview tomorrow. Banded, how did it come about?
Actually, Andy was the person that, because we actually have a chat, a Square One chat that we've had for years now. You know, we've always, everybody just remained in contact, you know. And Andy hit everybody up in the chat and said, listen, there's this opportunity. Hans, who is the title sponsor, wants to do a concert, live streaming concert with Square One and Crossfire. So he wanted to know, you know, who was interested, available, blah blah blah. Well, everybody was like, yeah, we in, everybody in, and we just had to sort out a date. So once the date was sorted, then, you know, everybody was like, yeah, we in this for sure. Because I mean, this is an awesome opportunity, and awesome for, you know, just for us too, as the two bands, just to get the opportunity to play for our fans and have great fun.
Let's touch on the last let's say 15 months. You know, the world has gone into chaos. The world has gone into lockdown. I always feel for the artists in a very big way because even as a DJ, I've been able to hustle and do bits and pieces.
Right.
As an artist, unless people are streaming your music and purchasing your music online, that's your income done.
Correct.
How difficult has that been for someone as established as you?
It's been challenging. I will not lie, it's been very, very challenging. I don't think anybody envisioned that it was gonna last as long as it has. You know, people felt okay, maybe a couple of months, you know, maybe 3, 4, 5 months. When we got to month 6, you know, and there was no end, and it's like, what is happening? You know, you get into the rest of the year, and I think the scary thing about it is the uncertainty, and that it's not like you can see a light at the end of the tunnel. It's like this thing is just, however, you know, it just keeps going. And of course, what we've seen with various countries is just, you know, countries starting to open up, and then you get a spike in cases and everybody shuts back down again.
Yeah.
And it has been, I had bookings down the line, and I watched every booking disappear in, like, you know, 0.2 seconds. It was like 1 minute they were there, next minute it was like poof, it was all gone. And I was like, holy crap, like, what is gonna happen? And for me last year, and for you know, some of the touring artists, we were able to do virtual events. We would be able to do virtual shows. The pay scale is nowhere near what, you know, we're accustomed to, but it was, you know, it was income.
Yeah.
And that allowed me to be able to, and then my husband, he is a farm manager, and that's essential services. So he's been working right through. So the fact that he has been getting his same regular paycheck right away through, that helped a lot. That definitely helped us a lot. Because, you know, everybody still has bills, everybody still has responsibilities. And I think that we have been able to do pretty well in being able to kind of keep up with certain bills, because I know a lot of the musicians who are just locally based have not been able to work at all, in any way, shape, or form. And so, you know, musicians, dancers, singers, people in the creative arts, we have been hit extremely hard. And as you said, as a DJ, you know, DJs have been able to do their live streaming on their channels on Twitch and on YouTube and IG and all of this. So they have been able to at least do some stuff or to create stuff.
Yeah.
I think what has happened for us in the performing arts, I know for me personally, it has made me really, like, I've had the time to really think and really understand multiple streams of income. Like, if you didn't understand it before, then, you know, you will never understand multiple streams of income that are not dependent on you physically being on a stage and performing. And so I have actually started working on a lot of different things that are about to come on stream, and things that will, regardless to if something like this ever happens again, or, you know, I decide that I want to kind of, you know, pull back a little bit from performing.
Okay.
And just streamlining my performances, because that I'm working towards that as well. But I'm working on different things. clothing and beauty and, you know, different streams that are more about the brand Alison Hinds and the image and what I have built as the brand Alison Hinds, and working to develop that. So I think, you know, that's what people have, especially in the creative arts. That's what we have to look at.
Definitely. Thank you very much indeed for that answer, because I hope it will inspire a lot of people, not only that are in the entertainment business. I think that multiple streams of income is important to all. The way how I stumbled across my income in the last 2 years, only God could tell you how I managed to do it, because I didn't plan for it. But I'm lucky to say that I do have more than one stream of income. Her name's Pauline. I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke, Pauline. That's a joke. That's a joke. We're going to play another song. I'm going to give Edwin a call, and then we're going to continue this interview, because Alison Hinds is in the house. She's busy. I don't know what Edwin's playing at.
Easy. Hold it down. The boy Martin J, the top class bubbler, is on. You know you look good. You're looking nice and fine. You the top class bubbler, girl. If you know you're top class, put up your hand. Hey.
Anywhere you go, you can handle it. Wind up in the dance and I stand down on it. Anybody want clash, you make them admit. You are the top class bubbler.
Rough winers, we eat them till lunch. Cause them want tackle, you wine up punch. Never collapse, go never crunch. You are the top class bubbler. Yoga style like a wah, 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 wah. Move your bumper, wah, wah. No matter what, wah, wah. You are the top class bubbler. Yoga style like a wah, wah, wah. Move your bumper, wah, wah. No matter what, wah, wah. You are the top class bubbler.
You don't have to dance nasty, me brethren. You don't have to dance nasty, me string. Lioness rule your king. Boy. King, hold up on your lioness and do what him. Lioness rule your king. Boy. King, hold up on your lioness and tell them that anywhere you go, you can handle it. Wind up with the dance and I stand up on it. Anybody want clash, you make them admit.
You are the top class bubbler. Rough winers, we eat them for lunch. Cause them want tackle, you wine up punch. Never collapse, go never crunch. You are the top class bubbler. Yoga style like a wah, wah, wah. Move your bumper, wah, wah. No matter what, wah, wah. You are the top class bubbler. Yoga style like a wah, wah. Move your bumper, wah, wah. No matter what, wah, wah. You are the top class bubbler.
You don't have to dance and carry on. You don't.
Hold on, King. Let me introduce you properly now. I don't understand that one. You turn up late and now you're shouting all over Ali's song. How that could be right?
Because I's the top class bubbler.
Edwin, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I mean, I was in the room in the studio, but I guess you guys weren't seeing or hearing me because I was trying to add that my other income is the car wash just 5 minutes from me. I be washing cars. Don't give a damn. And be having a blast.
You're washing cars?
I forgot to get married. If I get married now, everything will be blessed.
That's debatable. That's debatable. Edwin Yearwood is here.
Hello to two very favorite people of mine. You don't know Jay, you don't know who it is, Rasta, you don't know who it is. Alison, you know, I hope your husband in here and I still gonna pitch that bossy.
The thing is, he doesn't know that already, so you know, that nothing.
But I hope everybody know who I am and know how I behave and that kind of thing. I am not gonna disrespect anybody, but I can be real as hell. Yeah. So let me behave now and let Jay take over and deal with this decently.
For those of you that were listening before Edwin arrived, it was smooth, wasn't it? I was talking, and Alison was talking. It was smooth, wasn't it? It was like a proper radio interview. This man coming here, and anyway, I'm glad to have him here because these two, both of them, respectively, are two people that I became friends with in the mid 1990s and have maintained that friendship with them. That's important in this day and age.
Correct.
And they're also two of my heroes in terms of music. I remember upsetting a lot of people on Choice FM when someone came on there and said, "Oh, Rihanna's the queen." I said, "Oh, let's sit down. She's the princess. She's a very successful princess. She can't be the queen." Well, let's have some respect, man. Sit down. Rihanna come into the building, and before, because I knew they were going to tell on me, I said, "Rihanna, I'm going to tell you that they got upset with me because I said that Alison's the queen." She said, "Man, you right." Talk done. So I have decided today that I'm going to play tunes that have a special meaning to me, right? And we played a couple of Alison's because Edwin don't have no respect for time. But I'm going to play one of Edwin's now. And I'm going to tell you where I was. I was in a Soca Monarch in Trinidad. And it was before it was the international Soca Monarch. It was the Trinidad Soca Monarch. Edwin was competing. And I don't think people realize how special it is to come third in that competition.
Absolutely.
Ali will tell you.
Behind Super Blue and tied with Ronnie McIntosh.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have it better than that.
What's that? Why watch this guy for me now? Why watch this guy for me now? Shut up, man. Come.
Listen, when I tell you Edwin broke up the place, broke it up. Actually, he's going boy, that be a general bad boy. He had talent, Watch it now.
Show me your peace sign.
Apologies if the sound went. I muted my mic instead of muting Edwin. That was the problem. I'm sorry. So I remember that very much with Edwin Yearwood. And I remember the talk that went on with it because it was such an amazing achievement. And, you know, some people say, but he only came third, but that was an amazing achievement in Trinidad and Tobago. Edwin, how did you feel when you performed at that Soca Monarch?
In those times, well, first of all, it would have been the first time that I would have performed anywhere outside of Barbados in a competition. So for me, it was exciting. And I mean, a lot of people always say, Edwin, you too big for competition, no, blah, 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 blah. But I always tell myself, one of the backbones of soca music and of carnival and of crop over was always competition. There are 90% of the artists, in my opinion, would have gone through competition at some point in time and got noticed or got recognition or did well enough for people to say, hey, let me pay some attention to this fellow or this lady. You know, that's my opinion. And to me, I like giving back in that kind of way, you know. I mean, I want the money too that I can win if I win, you know. But I like giving back before I take. So I thought that when they called and said that the song was selected in the semifinals, that I thought that, you know, I've always wanted to represent Barbados, and I don't unfortunately don't play football. I tell you, I have to wear a number and my name at the back of my shirt. So I thought that this was the perfect opportunity for me to represent Barbados, and I thought that to go up against the likes of Super Blue, who was like blazing the truth, right? to go up against the likes of Super Blue, who didn't even have a room on the stage when he came on because the crowd were ramming. And Ronnie McIntosh, who was killing it that carnival, especially. You know, a lot of people.
Oh, Edwin's frozen for a little while.
Artists. A lot of people wouldn't know about McIntosh is the first artist. Ronnie McIntosh is the first artist. When I went to Trinidad carnivals, that I went and I saw and I watched. It was him. Then it was KV Charles from Insight. And at that time, I had a band name Insight. I don't know if you know about that. KV Charles, who was a fantastic performer. You know, so those were the people that I used to get my little notes from performing. So to go up against Ronnie McIntosh and Super Blue and the whole the crop of Trinidad top artists and place third, which I still call second. For me, that was an honor. When I got off that stage to see the crowd, they were not anti-Barbados, anti-Edwin Yearwood. They were like, I all for Carnival, I all for whoever come out here and give up their best. And that to me was a big blessing. It sent things shivers through my spine, that's the truth. So I never forget that performance because of that. Never forget it. I mean, I went on, they had moved it at some point, then they moved a part of it or a new form of it into New York called the International Soca Monarch, and I was able to win with Pump Me Up that year. I was George Ass and them, so you know, so I guess.
Can I just say, next time I ask you a question, yeah, condense your answer just a little bit for me, yeah.
Oh, Miss Ari, sir.
Right,
Sorry.
yeah. I was
all the time that Alison was on there, and I was not able to get through.
No, you was late. You lost.
No, I wasn't late. The bumper blocked me out.
No, you see that now? It's art, man. It's okay.
All right, let me behave. Martin is a good man. Let me don't waste his time. Let me go.
No, you're not wasting my time. Me and you could talk forever, but I know, Alison was here on time, and I need to talk. So let me go to the next song, and let me tell you the memory. Soca Monarch was in the Queen's Park Oval. Ali, you're going to remember this very well. The Soca Monarch was in the Queen's Park Oval. I had decided that I wasn't going into the Soca Monarch, but I was going to lime outside. And we were outside Chinese Laundry at the time. And there was a particular time, we weren't really paying attention to what was going on. But all of a sudden, they said, hey, Olia, you going on now? I said, okay, this is going to be interesting. Everybody rushed inside to watch the TV.
Can everybody hear this? Can everybody hear this?
I'm going to tell you what was so special about this song in a minute.
Grind it. Time to walk it up. Road boy walking up. Time to walk it up.
Bakahnal Radio, the Caribbean power.
Time to walk it up. Road you're walking up. Time to walk it up. Now if you're rugged and you're ready, let me see your hands up. You're rugged and you're ready, let me see your hands up. If you're rugged and you're ready, let me see your hands up. Walk up in the van. If you're rugged and you're ready, let me see your hands up. You're rugged and you're ready, let me see your hands up. If you're rugged and you're ready, let me see your hands up. Walk up in the van. Grind up in the van. Walk up in the van. Grind up.
So there we are. We're outside Chinese Laundry. Alison's on stage. And she's talking about sugar. She then brings on stage granulated sugar, who is bodyguard to us, my very good friend Keith. And this white police officer goes on stage and put on a wine and had the place in a mess. And I said, well played, Ali, well played. When I first got this, do you remember that, Ali?
Yeah, boy. Oh my God, granulated sugar. Holy.
Now, What I'd like to ask Ali is, in the mid-90s, I think you stood alone in terms of female artists. I think you led the way for a lot of the female artists that we have today. And I know you're part of that clique still because you managed to stay relevant. But in the 90s, how did that feel? You know, you'd had Calypso Rose and Singing Francine that had gone on before. But there you were in the middle of the 90s, and like, no disrespect to all the other female artists that were performing, but Ali was the female artist. How did that feel?
I think because I was having so much fun and I was enjoying it so much that I didn't really stop to think that I was the first real female soca artist. At the time, I just wanted to perform. I was just having an amazing time. You know, we were embraced by the Trinidadian market in a very, very big way. And so it was Square One, it was Crossfire, it was Rupee, it was Red Plastic Bag, it was Mac. And, you know, I was just happy to have that love and that appreciation and that acceptance, because Trinidad is the home of Calypso and soca. And so for me, coming from Barbados and coming into Trinidad as a band, also at the time, it was the time of the brass bands. Square One had no live brass, none whatsoever. And there were many times that people was like, boy, all you need some live brass in there and thing. We had a point to prove. Our point was, we are going to shake down the place without live brass. And we did that. And I think for me, it was more like a couple of years down the line, I kind of looked back, and then people then drew it to my attention. They were like, but Alison, you're on star, you're the first. You're the first female soca star, period. And you are the template that everybody else, all the other females that are coming along and have come along, you are the template. You are the one that they looked at to say, okay, yes, this is what it is. This is what we're going for. And so it was only after the fact that I even understood and process what that was. At the time, I was just having a blast.
Well, I can confirm that you were simply, that's why I said you're the queen. They can't take that from you. That's done. Because the way that you commanded the stage, the respect that you got, not only in Trinidad, just around the world. When you mentioned Alison, Hinds and Square One, that respect, and that is not an easy thing. You know, you're the only female in the band as well. You were isolated and isolated again, you know, and that's a big thing. Edwin, I've got two questions for you. One of them's a quick question, and then the other question's a slightly longer question, right? First question. If you and Ali have known each other for so long, how come you ain't pinched it yet?
How comes what?
You haven't pinched it yet because you say you want to pinch it. I want to know what's taking you so long. How come you haven't taken the opportunity to pinch it?
Listen, sometimes there's a level of respect, right? You see, when you go to a museum of art, there are particular artifacts that you see a sign say, please do not touch, right? That bumper is legendary, right? So I ain't touching that without permission. Don't care what anybody says. I taught my craft, but you see, this woman is definitely the queen of soca, hands down. You don't just walk up and pinch the queen of soca, but see so.
I didn't think you come on the program and say you're going to do it.
I didn't say you. I'm not telling you that I don't want to do it. I still want to do it. but I'm saying to you that there's a level of respect for royalty. There's a level of respect for royalty. I can promise you I can promise you that I will eventually, maybe when she's around like 80 or so, I will get it. Sorted out. I promise you that. But outside of that, it is nothing but love and respect. So it's a quick question, so I ain't gonna go on.
The next one is not actually a question. The next one is me playing one of the songs that means a lot to me as a DJ. And as I started to become like one of the older DJs, you know, sometimes they say, well, Papi, you go play after them. I say, all right, cool. And these young DJs will come on and they rinse out all these new tunes and I'll be listening, I'll be going, but the man spoiled anything, boy. And then I'd have to think, how can I reset this party? Easy, easy, easy.
St. George, St. Thomas, St. Peter, Christ Church. I bet you the soca in the banda. Teaching how to jump to soca. Come let me show you how. And let me teach them now. Come, start the grind. Start the grind. Start the grind. Start the grind. Once you hear inside the jam, and we sweating down as one. Black and white together come. Behind the truck and having fun. Let me go. I'm back away. I'm back away now. I'm back away coming on. 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 I'm back away.
Like I said, we're not going to play the songs for too long. Oh, he's gone.
English, Spanish, cooking together.
Hopefully he'll be back after this verse.
That's culture. We teach them how to move. What's it come? Let me teach them now. Come, start the grind. Start the grind. Start the grind. Start the grind. Once you hear inside the jam, and we sweating down as one. Black and white together come.
Crossfire Yardie, that is
The truck and having fun.
an anthem, simple. No other way to describe it. An anthem that just, anytime I touch that button, mash up, mash up, mash up, mash up. And Edwin has the ability to do that. And he knows how I feel about his songwriting. You know, we've had many a conversation. There's some serious songs of his that I'm not sure that we're going to get time to play. But Edwin, tell me, what can we expect from you tomorrow? Bandit, the show, Crossfire, Square One. It's online for the world to see. Will Kiamal be doing all the hard work?
Lord, this is not the place to address you how I want to. Tomorrow what's going to happen is that, let's put it this way, Jay. Tomorrow what's going to happen is that I'm going to have the opportunity to actually totally enjoy my performance, take in my performance and not just perform. And it sounds strange to people, but when you're on stage and you do what you have to do, you know, there's so many things that go wrong that you will never know went wrong, that you have to deal with, you know. As the front person, you got to deal with it. You got to think on your feet, you know. Somebody right to the front, you have an intimate setting, somebody right to the front of the stage, troubling you one way or the other, you got to deal with them things. So you're distracted, you're not really feeling, you're feeling it, but you're not really, what's the word? You're not, it ain't in your belly, you ain't digesting it, you know. So I'm going to have the opportunity to digest Crossfire and Square One, because I can wear 2 masks if they ask me to wear 2 masks for protocol, because I sticking around because, again, Alison and the two are going to be as relaxed as possible. No, and I'm saying that without fear, because as I said, to be in a band from Barbados that has achieved what we have achieved, and there's another band from Barbados around the same time that has achieved just as much. When you crossing, as we were rehearsing the other day, we were reminiscing. You pass it through Holland, and you like, you telling yourself, well, this place here, the people say that the first time that this area had a soca artist come, and you in the airport, and but Square One coming from another place in Holland doing the same thing, you know.
Ali, you're sponsored by one of the you're sponsored by Digicel, right? Is that correct?
No, me, no, not me.
Say again.
Whoever it is needs to help Edwin out because you keep.
Listen, I don't know what's going on. But
this is you internet.
As I was saying, it's gonna be beautiful for me to take in that intimacy, that performance from Square One and from Crossfire in an intimate setting. That it's all about us. It's all about the two bands and the history. There's so much music between the two bands, so much history that to have a front row seat can be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm it's going to air at 2:00 in the morning here in the UK on Sunday morning. So a lot of people are going to have to get their rest. But it's something
that take your pills.
Jenna, you really didn't want me to start on you,
You know I love you, man, buddy.
I have. You see, the thing is that I have defended you every step of the way. When Admiral was talking his foolishness in 1997,
we remember all that. Correct.
When Peter Coppin and Mac Finger was talking about your BMW, is I that defended you.
I was there. I know that, and I appreciate it. I will never forget that. I will never forget none of those moments, magical moments, my brother. We made some good magical moments. You will always be a friend. Love you, bad. Real talk.
Listen, I just want to make this very, very clear before I play the next song that, although we're talking to Edwin and Alison, the two bands have got outstanding musicians and vocalists. Blood, I spoke to Blood earlier on today. He's got a new tune. We'll play it for you at 6:30 today. We've got Oshaka Riley from Square One. Terry Mexican Arthur, the productions that he has created, his musicianship is fantastic. On the Crossfire side, of course, you got Kiamar, who does all the hard work. You've got Tony Bain. These things must be mentioned. One of my favorite songs that features Alison on lead vocals I wouldn't call it, people might not see this as a popular song, but I love the way it starts. And I love the music in it. Here it is.
Ali, how you coming?
Listen, Grainer, I got to a number.
You gonna break them up?
Yes.
When Grainer said you're gonna break them up,
I can do that.
I love this. Do a number.
We jamming from the stadium down Spring Garden. See this red ball, this is local. Forget the stress and the load. Do what you feel on the road. See this red ball, down through Bank Hall. Eagle Hall get inside the fun. Black Rock down to Spring Garden. In the party hall we can rock. Cause we jamming till 8 o'clock. We jamming in the hot sun. Coming down through Brighton. What a party. We getting on one sea. We got jumps along the way. Red can up and head. What a party. We getting on one sea. We got roll up on the ground. People jumping up and down. Music sweet is got you man there. Do another on the highway.
Let's go do a number. Alison Hinds together with Griner. And how ironic is it that the highway is now in his name? Beautiful song, beautiful song. We're on our Bakahnal Radio. My name's Martin J. Alison Hinds and Edwin Yearwood are my very special guests. Ali, although a lot of people will know this, but for some of them that don't know it, if they want to follow you on social media, how can they do that?
Well, just about all my social media is under my name, Alison Hinds, and it's one L in Alison, ALISON HINDS. And you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Twitter, find me on Facebook. I have a fan page on Facebook. I think it's Alison Hinds Caribbean Queen. And whatever else is out there. But that's where you can find me. So if you're not following me by some, weird thing, go follow me now. That's how you know what's going on with Queen, what's happening, where I'm gonna be, and also what is gonna be, what I'm gonna be bringing out in terms of, those expansions of the Alison Hinds brand. All of that is, gonna be on my social media and so on. And let me say this right now, and I'm talking to Edwin Yearwood right now.
Whoop.
Edwin Yearwood.
What, you're not gonna wait till 8?
That one? I can't stand you, I just cannot stand you, I can't.
Go ahead. Talk to me.
After this show tomorrow, after we have, because we can have real fun. I hope, right, that CBC is prepared, because when the show done and we gone off air, that the line now start. I hope you know.
Correct is correct.
Okay,
Correct is
good.
right.
Once CBC is.
So I hear that I got enough food, and they didn't used to put food in dressing rooms.
It's true.
In dressing rooms one time, so know that the got food. I can perform. I might even cut my time, cause that was too. That was too back.
But anyway, listen to me. We have to link up because you have a song to write for me. We know this. I know that. We already got that. But I believe
I already finished too.
Okay, sweet. Well, what I want is, and I think it's long overdue, that you and I need to have that collab. You understand what I'm saying? I putting it out there and putting it out to you. I letting the fans hear. I putting it out there in the universe. I can do a video on my stories.
Honey.
Yes.
Lot 29, the Corsi Hill, Morgan.
No problem.
The fourth greenhouse on the right.
Yes.
The dog knows Alison Hinds.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. Come straight through the gate, turn left, keep walking down the corridor, and the bedroom on the left.
Hey.
No. I do my best work in there. I got the microphone. Oh, sorry. I got the microphone set up, the laptop set up. I got the keyboard set up. I got everything set up right in there. Right. It's nice. AC working. You're ready to go.
Right. I feel.
Don't worry about it.
I think that is something. I think that is something that could be something that will be very, very special. Very special.
Yeah. Okay. In all seriousness, it would be a brilliant thing in my career to team up with you, knowing the roads that we have traveled. Yes. Not just as Square One across, but as Alison Hinds and Edwin Yearwood.
Correct.
I agree.
Okay, now that he's frozen again, I've got two things that I need to say to him, and as soon as he comes back, we're going to ask the question.
I hear. You can go like me.
The first question is from one of our listeners.
Okay.
Question is Edwin doing this through his BlackBerry?
No, actually, I'm using a borrowed iPhone.
So anyway, we'll go on to the next one. I'm now going to put a challenge to you, sir. I am coming to Barbados in July, fingers crossed. Yeah, my plane tickets booked and everything.
Yeah,
when I'm on that plane, I will purchase a brand new Man United t-shirt, Man United shirt for you, with the words General on the back. If you can tell me what Edwin Yearwood song am I about to play now?
Lord.
It's one of my top 3 songs.
It's one of 3 songs that you're about to play now?
Yeah, one of my top 3 Edwin Yearwood songs of all time. Call it right, and that Man United shirt is all yours. It's not
something great, something greater.
Woo, Papa, well done.
I want my shirt.
Man, I thought he was going to get it wrong.
shirt coming, Edwin. That
Never
shirt
care
coming.
for a weary soul in a reckless society.
Okay, I need to pull up this song. The first verse and chorus, we have to, we can't talk over it, please. That's this.
Real talk.
Right, good. Shut your mouth.
I'm a drifting stranger in the land of the not so free. Well, there's never care for a weary soul in a reckless society, where a poor man can't have equality, or his offspring a bright tomorrow. And the fight takes toll on the tired boats, leaving almost nowhere to go. But we must keep tumbling and fighting on, 'cause I've made my discoveries that we can't ever seem to realize man's his own greatest enemy. A lion is only a threat to man when man crosses on his domain. But a man will always be cruel to man, and that way will never be changed. So I must believe that there's something greater than to keep up the fight. I've just got to see that there's something alright. Take your head off the clouds and look till you see that there's something greater than chill me wrongfully and I'll still be free. That there's something Jaja calling.
Boy, that is one expensive song, boy. Edwin Yearwood, Something Greater. What I'd like to say about Edwin Yearwood is that there are certain lines in songs that just stay with you. You know, last year when he released I Am, he should have never put me on the ship and changed my name. Those kind of lines that come from his songs, they make my paws raise. I already told him, some of you won't like this when I say it, but I've already told Edwin, if I die before him, he has to come to England and sing Moving On.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And me ain't taking no for answer. They will fly him over and he will sing that live, because when he made that song, whoa, tears. Wow. Right, I've got 10 minutes left. So what I'd like to do right now is play another song from Alison Hinds. And let me tell you why this one is so special. Peter Coppin, as you know, is my very good friend. And my friendship began with Peter Coppin at a similar time to when I met you guys, and he was doing a lot of his early productions with you guys. And this is not one of his, by the way. But he actually taught me how to mix on a turntable.
Oh, wow.
And he took two songs. He took the same song, two albums. He said, Martin, put one there. Cue one up, do your thing. This was the song that he taught me how to mix it on a turntable. And I used to use it as an intro. And shortly after that, we all went on to CDs. And it became a lot easier then. With a sexy Maruga man. Can't remember me husband name. Could not remember me husband name. Because the iron of me so bad, so deep. The iron of me so bad, so deep. The iron of me so bad, so deep. The iron of me so bad. The iron of me so bad, so deep. The iron of me so bad, so deep. The iron of me so bad, so deep. The iron of me so bad. Me whining does never stop. Whining does never stop. Whining does never stop. Inside of the mask, the whining does never stop. Whining does never stop. Whining does never stop. Inside of the mask, people walking, coming down. Yeah, people walking, coming down. Yeah, people walking, coming down. Singing, this is carnival. People walking, coming down. Yeah, people walking, coming down. Yeah, people walking, coming down. Singing, this is carnival. The whining does never stop. Whining does never stop. Whining does never. I am Vazadi. Inside of the mask, the whining does never. Another anthem. Ali has created so many anthems. When I was doing this show and I was saying I'm going to plan it, and I spoke to both of them, I said, right, I'm going to pick 4 songs each, so I could talk about them. I could tell you what I remember about the songs in it. Well, I struggle bad. But there's one tune that I haven't played yet from Ali, and I'm just going to tell you the memory because I want to talk about Kahoblepot and that whole feeling. Ali and I think Crossfire would have been on stage. No, yes, Crossfire were on stage, and they were performing for Luma. So Ali and I were backstage. And Ali's standing up there and she's kind of shaking her head, looking at this crowd go into frenzy. And I said, look, they don't have one clue what they're singing. And look at the Bakahnal that song caused. And that was a great memory for me as well, you know. And that whole Kahoblepot, when Square One and Crossfire were performing, I have a feeling that we're going to get an essence of that tomorrow, because like I said, there was never really any competition. It was never about what this band going to outperform this band. They're 2 very different bands, but they both know how to brook it down, and it's just so nice to see you guys in unison, apart from when Edwin's playing the fool.
Edwin can't help though. He can't help.
But this is lovely. It's lovely. It's just lovely. This hour for me has been, in my 30 years, one of the most treasured moments I'll ever have on radio as a DJ. I can tell you that for sure. 150%. This has been an absolutely amazing interview. Ali,
yes,
what can I say? I have behaved myself, unlike others today. I am proud to say that I have behaved myself.
Been a good boy.
Hi. I haven't said anything rude whatsoever.
Yeah,
I may have thought it, but I haven't said it. Ali, any last messages that you wanna say to your fans out there?
I can't wait, you know, because I know everybody is excited for tomorrow night. I am excited. I know Edwin excited. You know, both bands are, you know, we more than ready. We've been ready, you know. We don't get ready, we stay ready, you understand? And tomorrow night is going to be a fantastic night of just great music and an energy that is going to be in the studio that y'all will be able to feel through y'all screens, because that is what it is. That's what it's always been between Square One and Crossfire. And for those of you who have followed our music throughout the years, from Square One and Crossfire through to Alison Hinds solo act, Edwin doing his thing, you know, I am just very, very thankful. I feel very, very blessed for the career that I have had up until this point, because it is not over. It is far from over, as Boyce would say, it far from finished. And you know, there's so much more to come. But tomorrow night, it on.
Nice one, Ali. Edwin.
I
know you can't follow that, but try.
Knowing the history of Crossfire, knowing the history of Square One, knowing that in Barbados, at any given point in time, if you have a fete that is successful, it has 5,000 people, and the rest of fetes flop. To come from Ringbind City and Soca, Festival Village, where Crossfire be on stage the same time as Square One. Crossfire on stage with 15,000 people, and Square One on stage with 15,000 people next door to each other. There are a lot of people that don't remember that history. Next door to each other, playing at the same time, and doing this every week during crop over, to the point where we are at now is awesome. So I don't really have a whole lot much to add to this, but to say thank you to all the people around the world who've been like Aladdin's carpet for us, just keeping us afloat, loving soca and not discriminating in terms of are you from Trinidad or are you from Jamaica or are you from wherever, but loving Caribbean unity. You know, for me, that is the biggest thing. And the one thing that we were working on we are looking at this show to be a precursor to coming out as Crossfire and Square One. One show only, at least for now, in England, particular parts of England, particular parts of Canada, particular parts of America, particular parts of Germany, but going through the Caribbean as well, and showing people what they nurtured throughout the years. So we want to say thank you very, very, very much to all of those people, and we hope to give you back a little something tomorrow night. A little, because we can never repay the support for over Crossfire 31 years. We can't repay that support. We can't repay that. You know, the national insurance thing, nothing so, you know. So I'm just saying to you, look out for us. We will be coming, bringing our brand of music, 2 different bands, but loving soca. Soca music needs to go across, and we can continue to push as hard as we can. Boom, I done.
Thank you very much indeed, both of you. God bless you. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Anytime you need Martin J to promote something for you, just message me. Ali, Edwin, you know you got my number. Just
you know you probably listen. You don't worry about it.
Good.
We're gonna stress you out.
Edwin, I'm gonna finish off the show. I need to find out what size football shirt would you want?
Medium. In 2 ways about it. Medium.
Okay, medium football shirt is on its way.
Number 7.
You want number 7 as well?
Number 7. I'm our general top of it. Thank you in advance.
But what the
Sugar, you listening, Sugar? Sugar, I hope you listening, Sugar in Toronto. I hope you listening. We get
no. Message him on your BlackBerry. Why message him on your BlackBerry?
I will, because the iPhone that the lend me is beer crap.
Let me put my hand on my heart and say I love you both very much indeed. I'm going to finish.
Love you right back, big brother. Love you right back, big brother.
Sure, love you.
I'm going to finish with my favorite Crossfire song, Edwin, and I just want to say God bless you.
What do you mean my character's no good?
It's not my favorite. I'm just joking. It's Tony Brady on lead vocals. Ali, Edwin, God bless you. Thank you very much indeed. We're looking forward to tomorrow, man. They're gonna rock it up, man.
Thank you, Martin.
Party and more party, everybody them getting down. I'm feeling irate, talking me waistline. No code of conduct because I love to wine, and I'm feeling fine. Come on and lay we going so chuck in your waist, mama. I'll about the place, mama.